I am the most immature person I know. That's the other thing. I am an immature person. The fact that we would go in there and pee in the same bowl, it's an immaturity. It's a very childlike quality I have. And a child does not have a lot of filters. My kids will say anything to him. And that is, I'm still a bit childlike.
Do you do that consciously to stay in a good flow because life is kind of hectic?
No, dude,
It's just natural.
He talked about this in the very first segment. Like, I'm doing my life and I'm just figuring it out, right? I want to have fun more than anything. I want to have fun. Like, everybody knows me about the money guy, and I'm pushing for the money and the real estate fund and doing this and I did that. But at the end of the day, I want to have fun. I bought a jet because I want to have fun. I don't want somebody telling me to put on my damn seatbelt. When I know
shoes in the terminal,
when I know a seatbelt cannot save me at 40,000 feet. If I'm gonna die in a plane, I want to be all over the plane, and I want to make sure it's mine.
Don't you like the one, turn your phone off? Somehow it's going to mess everybody's equipment up. Isn't that hilarious?
So I was the guy that got that reversed.
Oh, yeah, you're the first guy ever to record the...
No, I'm the guy that got the reverse. I'm the one that fought the FAA to reverse, turn the bullshit phone off. And I'm like, no, you guys...
I didn't know that. I knew the bird strike thing.
Oh, no, I'm the one that got that reversed, dude. Okay? So I want to have fun, man. And again, I'm going to go back to this topic. You can't have fun if you don't have money. Nobody's telling this story. Like, where are all the rich guys? I'm calling all the rich guys out right now. Come out, tell everybody it's no fun being broke. It's no fun getting by, and you have a blast picking up the check and not worried about where you're going on vacation or how long you're going to stay or what it costs. It's fun. Is it fun?
It's fun. Where we differ is
But he's going to say it in a better way.
No,
watch
I'm
this.
not.
Everybody watch this. He knows how to say it, okay?
I'm not going to say it.
And I don't.
What you just said was beautiful. It was true.
You're going to say it better. Watch.
I've been happy broke, and I've been happy rich, and happy rich is way better. I'll just tell you that. I have been happy when I was broke. I've been happy broke. I've had a loving family. But I can't create happiness for a whole lot of other people without any money. And I think that's what GC's saying.
Have you ever been happy broke, Grant?
I was never happy when I was broke. I mean, he's just fucking lying to you.
No.
He ain't nobody happy broke, man. Okay, this guy was asleep if he was happy broke.
I'm telling you.
He was unconscious.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tell people that.
Yeah, I know.
You're making sense of that.
Yeah, I think you think that, but I'm telling you that I know, and by the way, and all of you listen to this, know people that are happy that don't have a lot of money. Okay, and if money is what you think is going to make you happy, I'm telling you straight up, you're chasing something that is going to be a never-ending empty pit that you'll be chasing the rest of your life.
He's winning people right now.
No.
He gets hearts, and I get demon
Because I'm actually
signs.
telling them the truth. And so the truth is, I've been happy broke, and so have many of you.
For how long? How long were you happy?
I don't know, because I didn't stay broke that long.
Okay, well, so you're not he's not the source of information.
Right.
Okay, Steve Jobs says, look, man, don't do it for the money. Steve said that when he was rich. He was not saying that when he was broke.
Yeah.
Those guys were grinding. They were animals. Bill and Steve were animals.
Well, I think, too, what Ed might be saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that Ed was happy on the way up while he was broke. He's not necessarily saying he was happy staying broke.
He did not say that.
Ed, is that what you meant? Would you say that's
I would say
more
both are true. I'm saying that I know people that don't have money that are happy.
I'll
be honest with you. The pastor of a church that's listening to this right now has no money. And I'll bet you they're happy. And if you think they're not, you're wrong.
And his church is struggling. Congregations around the world are struggling because the families are having financial troubles.
By the way,
and they're not showing up in church.
And that's true. So both can be true. So what you just said is true, and the first thing you said is not true. Okay, so what you just said is true about the church. And there's a whole bunch of people watching this nodding their heads with me because, Grant, there are lots of happy people without money. Okay. Now, what you said secondly about the church.
Until they go to the store.
That is true. Nah,
until they go to the store and find out, oh, goddamn, hamburgers, $24, and I got 4 kids. Okay. Until somebody gets sick in the household, and my dad gets sick, and I can't pay the 60 grand, or my little girl ends up being a drug addict, and I can't send her to a treatment center. Now nobody's happy.
All that's true.
Everybody is freaking out now.
All that's true.
Because they're like, shit, I ain't got any money to get my kid to a treatment center. I can't get my kid to get a new lung. I can't get influence. Now nobody's happy because there's no room for happy. Now it's fear and terror. I grew up like this.
Right. All that's true.
Okay?
And let me just tell you the other where I disagree. If your child is a drug addict, whether you have money to get them treated or not, you are not happy. Okay, so you just use an extreme, it's a false premise.
No.
If you have a child as a drug addict, you're not happy, period. Whether you had
There's 30 million drug addicts in America right this second.
I know that, by the way. They're in my family. My dad's a recovering one. And let me tell you something right now. If there's a guy watching this with $50 million in the bank and a drug-addicted daughter, and there's a guy in this watching this with a $50 in the bank and a sober daughter who's happy and fulfilled, the guy with the $50 is happier, Grant. Just telling you straight up, yes, he is. Because the life conditions that you have. Now, what you said about getting them treated is very valid. What you said about the church is very valid. But I promise you, because I know a lot of these guys, they got all kinds of money and they got adult children that are completely screwed up. Okay? And they're miserable people because their families are a mess.
Now you're saying that. Now you're saying it. But Ed, now you're adding a lot of different...
I didn't add anything. You did. You added this false narrative about a drug-addicted kid. And I'm telling you, if you have a drug-addicted kid, you're not happy whether you got $50 million or not. When that kid's sober...
But you can provide a solution.
Totally agree with you, by the way.
The person with $50 does not have a solution.
I agree. I have a sister who's diabetic.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's where you're completely right. I have a sister who's diabetic who has had struggled with vision issues in her life. Okay. And we'll just leave it at that. I like the fact knowing that I can be there for her to help her. There's massive benefits to being wealthy. I am happier wealthy. It's better to be wealthy. It's incredible to be wealthy. It's 3 billion times better for you and everybody around you that you create abundance and wealth in your life. That can be true, and it can also be true that someone can be happy in the absence of money. That's what I'm saying to you. And so I'm telling you, there are people watching this that are very happy people who don't have a lot of money. It's not their priority. Now, you're saying they'd be happier with it. That's a fair point. Perhaps they would be. But I'm telling you that that's where, by the way, that's why you wanted a good interview with the two of us today, right? And so, by the way, I want everybody listening to this who has a priority of abundance and wealth in their life to have more of it. And one of the things I despised when I was broke is rich dudes telling me, it ain't all that big of a deal to be wealthy. You don't worry about material things. I couldn't say, I'm like, that's easy for you to say when you eat lobsters and filet mignons every night, drive a Bentley, live in a beautiful, safe, gated neighborhood, and my kids are getting shot at on a porch somewhere in a bad part of town. I relate to all of that. So I know what you're really saying. We're just saying it, I think, a little bit differently. 100%, one of the worst things in the world is someone gets somewhere and goes, it's not worth it. It's 1,000,000% worth it. If I knew how good it was to get wealthy, I'd have done it bigger, faster, and sooner, and I want more of it. Okay? But I'm also telling you that there are people who are watching this who their happiness is not from money. They're leading a church right now. They lead a school right now. They're a doctor who heals people and saves lives, or drive an ambulance, or they ran into a freaking building on 9/11 and saved someone from that building, and they have no money, and they have completely lived an amazing life, and they're happy. And there's a family that's happy they pulled them from the building and have no money.
But so, I don't think that was the question, though. I mean, you can be right, dude.
Maybe,
okay.
Maybe it's not.
I'm just saying, nobody should make sense of being broke and somehow saying you can be happy.
No one should rationalize being broke.
Because the fireman that went in and saved the family, the next week, okay, he's happy. Oh my God, I did this great thing. I'm a hero. He's like, no, I'm not a hero. I did my job. Next week, he cannot buy food for his family. At that moment, he will not be happy. It is impossible to be broke and happy. Because every day you're confronting, we live on an economic planet. It costs money to live here.
Correct.
And that's all I'm saying.
Again, I'm just saying that's a false premise that a fireman can feed his family. He just may not want a G550.
I'm not talking about a G550, dude. I'm talking about being broke. You're talking about wealthy. I'm not talking about wealthy. I'm talking about I can't buy a hamburger. Broke is about I can't buy a hamburger. It's not about I can fly private. We're talking about like different ends of the spectrum. Okay, well, I'm talking about, you asked me, was I ever broke?
Well, I use the example
of... When I was happy, hang on.
Yeah.
And I said, never.
Yeah.
I was never happy when I was broke.
Yeah.
Okay, not for any period of time.
So there's a difference between a pastor and a fireman. The pastor isn't happy.
I've never been a pastor, so I don't know.
Okay, well,
and I've never been a fireman.
But I bet you that
I know a pastor.
Right.
And I know a fireman.
Right. So do I. And I think they're happy.
And I've been broke and I wasn't happy.
Right. Okay. Well,
and it doesn't mean that I have money and I'm happy, by the way.
Right.
Okay. You can have I know guys with 3 jets. I know a guy right now owns 3 jets and doesn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
He's not happy. He's not free. Okay. To me, the happiness thing is about freedom. It's about I get to go where I want, do what I want, hang with who I want. Okay. have the customers that I want or don't want, or say, I don't want you, here's your money back. I don't want to even do business with you. That to me is happiness. Like now we'd have to define what is happiness, right? For me, happiness is a freedom. Go where I want.
So was Mother, but this is a great topic. I'm asking you, you brought Mother Teresa up earlier.
Yeah.
You think she was happy?
I don't know. I never met her.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Okay, but I don't either. But I think to just say because she was poor, she was unhappy would be an incorrect assumption.
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I know this. She had to raise money to get the job done.
Right. So because everything is how you attach meaning.
And she could do more
something.
good. She could do more good, right? I don't know that she was broke either. She probably never needed for anything in her life.
Like the fireman.
Somebody funded her.
Right.
Somebody funded Mother Teresa's. Like when I talk about broke, I'm not talking about whether it's my money or not.
Right.
It doesn't have to be my money.
Yeah. I just think everything is the meaning you attach to a situation, right? So use Mother
Have
Teresa
we
for
worn
example.
this topic out long enough?
Yeah, but I think it's like it's an awesome topic because it's we both want everybody. It's kind of what you said about messaging too. We both want everybody listening to this to be wealthier and do great things with their money, to influence more people. We both do. We're just saying it a little bit differently, and I think it's a healthy debate. It's like if we just agreed on everything, what's the point of having both of us on the show, right? Like we're great friends. Like we discuss things off camera where we agree about 99% of the stuff and we disagree about something. But I think perspective is an important thing. Last thing I'll tell you, Mother Teresa, see, you and I go.
Did you know Mother Teresa?
I didn't know her. I don't know her. Neither did you.
I already said.
Right, I know. But she was poor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never knew that she was poor.
Well, she was a nun. So I'm assuming she didn't have $100 million.
But you don't know that she was poor, dude.
Well, I've read enough about her life to know at least early in her life
I don't
she was
need money
certainly
to
poor.
have wealth.
Okay. Well, you might want to ask him about that.
Okay.
Okay, good. Because that's different than what I
don't need money to have wealth.
Oh.
Okay. It's not having money. It's control. So I don't know if she was funded or not. If she was funded by others so she could go do her mission, somebody's got to fund the project. Okay. Elon Musk is not going to Mars on his money. He does not have enough money. I don't know what he's worth, 7 or 8?
don't know.
He ain't going to Mars with $7 or $8 billion. But he has control of and influence of enough people. That's wealth.
And I don't know that Elon Musk is happy. I have no idea. I've never met the man.
I don't think he's happy right now.
Yeah.
I think he's proven that smoking weed could cost some money.
Let's move on from this topic, but I think it was really healthy dialogue.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it was healthy or not.
Super healthy.
Well, it'd be healthy if I crack him right now into the pool.
If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we bring you the very best in personal development content, interviews, and insights to help inspire you to take your life and your dreams and make them a reality. And also, if you want to know how to book dream guests the same way I have, you can check the link below for my top 3 secrets. So if you have a podcast or a show or whatever it is and you want to collaborate with them, if you click that link below, I'll give you those top 3 secrets to help you get in touch with anybody. And also, don't forget that The Passionate Few is available on media platforms as well. So you can subscribe to the podcast. And until next time, thank you for being one of the passionate few.